Greetings, Crypt Kitties! Time for another Saturday Morning TVLog, courtesy of me, the Big D. Gotcha! Hey again, this is Duel, aka the Big D. I say hello to my fellow YouTubers and everyone out there. And this is a Saturday Morning TVLog, and you heard me doing old Crypt again, the Cryptkeeper. That's because today's Saturday Morning TVLog is Tales from the Cryptkeeper. Tales from the Cryptkeeper. Yep. So I didn't watch when it first premiered at first, but soon after that, when I was tired of watching reruns of the other shows that came out when they premiered on ABC in 1993, I decided to give it a try. Now, of course, while HBO was already having a success with the grown-ups version, Tales from the Crypt, well, the popularity of this was pretty big, and so they decided to make a kid-friendly version of it called Tales from the Cryptkeeper. John Cassier once again returns to voice the character of the Cryptkeeper, just like in the original series. Now, the stories you hear are actually based on the stories that are featured in the actual comics of Tales from the Crypt and other comics that were produced by, well, not produced, but published by EG Comics. Now, I will say that when I first watched it, it wasn't too bad. Now I've come to like it a whole lot, and I gotta say, it's a real fright fest. And, of course, like in the live-action counterpart, Crypty does do his usual intro sometimes. Greetings, boils and ghouls. Or maybe, greetings, boils and gargoyles. and tells us what will be tonight's terror tale or tonight's fright fest. Yeah, I really did like it a lot more when I watched it a little more. Anyway, the show had an intro and closing with Crypty, just like the live-action series did as well, of course. And then we go on to our story. Then we go back to Crypty at the end, and, well, that's all there is. Now, a second season came up. Now, some of the episodes of the first and second seasons mostly had one big story, and some had two short stories together in one episode. Now, in the second season, they decided to bring a couple new characters to make Crypty's life a living you-know-what. The old witch and the vault keeper, always trying to take Crypty's job away and try and introduce tonight's terror tale, but Crypty manages to get through on some occasions, like this one episode I just watched just now here on YouTube called Transylvania Express, which that's one of my favorite episodes. I like most of the episodes. Anyway, the show did pretty well. It did teach kids a lesson, what have you. If you watch carefully and what have you. But, like I said, this is kind of scary for kids under the age of 7, but if you do watch this with a big brother, a big sister, or a grown-up, okay? Enough said. Now, the show ended in 1995. The following year, Crypty was back in a game show called Secrets of the Cryptkeeper's Haunted House. But I'm not going to be talking about that show. I'll save that for another day, perhaps, okay? And that came on CBS. That was kind of short-lived. After that ended, Crypty's original series of Tales from the Cryptkeeper was brought back for reruns on CBS. And then later on, in 1997, Crypty was back in New Tales from the Cryptkeeper, which was much more different. It was a little more, had more lighter feel on the scary themes and what have you, and was branded the EI, educational and informative, which was starting to become the big thing on network television because all of CBS's Saturday morning shows were EI, since all of the shows that were on CBS at the time in 1997 were produced by the Canadian studio Nelvana. And of course, that's a company that produced the show, of course. That studio was best known for bringing us lots of other great shows, including the original Star Wars tunes, Ewoks and Droids, the original Care Bears, the Beetlejuice cartoon. Look for my Saturday Morning TVLog of that if you haven't seen it. Let's see, and oh yeah, Eek the Cat, many others. Anyway, New Tales from the Cryptkeeper, it had different animation, the characters are okay and what have you, but it still has some fun moments and what have you. I like it just because. And unlike its predecessor, Crypty actually appears in the actual episode, not in his house or anywhere else where he's being bothered. So we do get to hear Crypty, and he really teaches a little lesson to everyone through the stories in this. Like, I watched the first episode that Sharon Shara liked. That's a pretty good episode. Yeah. But anyway, then the show ended in 1998. It probably continued in reruns somewhere. I don't know where, but it did get aired on the Canadian channel Teletoon, which actually co-produced New Tales from the Cryptkeeper with Nelvana. And I think it's still been shown in Canada. It wasn't until maybe the early 2010s, I do believe, when the show originally came back to North America on the channel FearNet. But I don't know where else to find it. Now I do have some good news I can say. But first, would I recommend this series? You better believe it. If you're a Crypt Keeper fanatic, go for it. I mean, some of these may not be all, like Tales from the Crypto, but still, they're all in fun. Might scare you a little bit, maybe not a whole lot, but give both series a try. I know New Tales from the Cryptkeeper may have more an educational message and what have you, but hey, I was okay with that. I'm serious. Anyway, now, here's the good thing. All episodes are available on YouTube. There is a way you can possibly find them, but maybe not with the whole intro and closing, though. There's a site called Retro Rewind, which I do believe is from Nelvana, and please do not sue me. I'm just trying to give everybody a heads up, just in case if they're interested. All the episodes are there, including the New Tales from the Cryptkeeper series, which unfortunately doesn't have that little bit of the intro. They use the last bit of the second season intro, so just bear with me. But anyway, I think you'll really like Tales from the Cryptkeeper. Now, of course, I do believe this came before Fox Kids even gave us the Goosebumps TV series. I'm pretty sure this came before the Goosebumps series. I'm sure. Yeah, I think it did. But I've been wrong before. But like I said, give Tales from the Cryptkeeper a shot. I think you'll really like it. So anyway, that's going to be my last Saturday morning TV log for now. I'm going to put this series on a bit of a hiatus for now, so I can continue focusing on movies and my movie reviews and rankings, okay? So please do not get upset. I hope you understand. I want to try and kind of make a clear path so I don't do too many vids at one time. I might still do a little bit more than two, but so after that I'm going to lie on the load. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Tell me what you thought of Tales from the Cryptkeeper in the comment section. Like and subscribe to my channel. And I want to thank you very much for watching. So until next time, this is the Big D saying, in the words of the Cryptkeeper in the end of New Tales from the Cryptkeeper, excuse me. Until next time, Crypt Kitties, creep out of trouble, because I'll be watching. See ya.